They laughed at your vision because they could only see your present. They saw your failures, your delays, your struggles, your imperfect beginnings, but they could not see the fire inside you. And that is the problem with the world. Most people judge a seed while ignoring the forest hidden inside it. They see where you are, but they cannot see who you are becoming. Never let small minds convince you to live a small life, because everything extraordinary begins unnoticed. Before the skyscraper touches the clouds, it exists as a blueprint. Before the symphony moves millions, it exists as silence inside someone's imagination. Before greatness changes the world, it exists as an invisible belief inside one determined soul. That soul must be yours, because your life changes the moment you stop asking life for permission. The moment you stop waiting to feel ready. The moment you stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. The moment you decide that your future matters more than your fear. That is where transformation begins. Most people spend their entire lives reacting instead of creating. They wake up without purpose, move without direction, and wonder why they feel empty. But purpose changes everything. A person without purpose becomes tired quickly. A person with purpose can endure almost anything. Purpose gives pain meaning. It turns struggle into training, failure into wisdom, pressure into power. Look at every great figure in history. None of them escaped hardship. Abraham Lincoln faced defeat after defeat before leading a nation. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before creating light. Walt Disney was rejected and ridiculed before building an empire of imagination. The world remembers their success, but success was born from persistence, and persistence is rare. Most people stop the moment life becomes uncomfortable. They quit when results take too long. They surrender because they confuse delay with failure. But greatness requires endurance. The tree does not grow overnight. The mountain is not climbed in one step. The strongest people are built slowly, through pressure, patience, and repetition. That is why discipline matters more than motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Discipline is waking up when excuses sound convincing. Discipline is continuing when emotions tell you to stop. Discipline is choosing growth over comfort again and again until excellence becomes identity. Because your habits create your future, not your wishes, not your excuses, your habits. Every day you are either building your future or abandoning it. Every thought matters. Every action matters. Every decision matters. The world changes when a person finally decides to take responsibility for their own life. No more blaming the past. No more blaming circumstances. No more waiting for rescue. Real power begins when you understand that your mind is your greatest weapon. If you feed it fear, your life shrinks. If you feed it doubt, your confidence dies. But if you feed it vision, belief, and discipline, your entire reality begins to change. Because the mind believes what you repeat consistently. Tell yourself you are weak long enough and you will act weak. Tell yourself you are capable long enough and your actions begin to rise to meet that belief. That is why protecting your mindset is essential. The world is filled with distraction, noise, negativity, comparison. People are losing their dreams because they are addicted to comfort and consumed by distraction. Do not become one of them. You are not born to scroll through life half awake. You are not born merely to survive routines. You were born with the ability to create, lead, build, and transform. But potential means nothing without action. A dream without discipline is just fantasy. So take the step. Start the business. Learn the skill. Wake up earlier. Train harder. Focus deeper. And do it consistently. Because small actions repeated daily create massive transformation over time. One disciplined year can completely change your life, but you must be willing to become uncomfortable. Growth demands discomfort. There is no way around it. You cannot become stronger while avoiding challenge. You cannot build confidence while avoiding risk. You cannot discover your greatness while staying trapped inside familiar habits. Everything you want lives on the other side of discomfort. That is why fear is not your enemy. Fear is often a sign that you are approaching growth. The people who change their lives are not fearless. They simply refuse to let fear make their decisions. They move anyway. And once you start moving, something powerful happens. You begin proving to yourself that you are stronger than you thought. Your confidence grows. Your standards rise. Your excuses weaken. Slowly, you become someone new. Not through one dramatic moment, but through repeated acts of courage. That is how greatness is built. Quietly, daily, patiently, until one day the person who once doubted themselves no longer exists. Now there is only focus, only hunger, only purpose. And when that happens, life responds differently to you. Opportunities appear. Doors open. Energy shifts. Not because the world suddenly became easier, but because you became stronger. That is the secret most people never understand. Success is not just about changing your circumstances. It is about changing yourself. The stronger your mindset becomes, the smaller your obstacles appear. So stop underestimating yourself. There is greatness inside you that your current habits have not fully revealed yet. There is a future version of you waiting for the moment you finally stop doubting your own potential. And that moment can be now. Not tomorrow. Not next year. Now. Decide that your excuses no longer control you. Decide that your fear will not define your future. Decide that your purpose is greater than your comfort. Because one day, the struggle you are facing today will become the story that inspires someone else to keep going. One day, the pain that almost broke you will become the source of your strength. One day, you will look back at this season and realize it was not destroying you. It was building you.